We've got our promotional, our shop boat. This is a 16-foot by 8-foot ride boat. It's a complete deck over tunnel hull, and we'll start kind of at the front and looking like what we got going on. It's curved grass rake, and then looking at more of like the hull storage. This latch right here just allows you general access into the front, and the bulkhead right there stops any life jackets or supplies from going to the back of the boat, and allows you to easily wash it out from the front to the rear. Side boxes on either side right here are completely dried in and sprayed with Line-X top to bottom, so that'll keep all your supplies nice and dry. Moving on to the rear boxes, this box and the one on the other side, just like it, are hull access, and we'll take a peek in the other one. But this one we fit life jackets, tool bags, fishing rods, all kinds of stuff in there before. Seat box up here is pretty standard. It's just dry storage for whatever you may want. And then we've got the OBD2 port and the fuse block in there for easy access. If it throws a code or blows a fuse while you're out on the river, you don't have to dig anywhere else in the boat. It's all right there. We've got our in-house ladder bar style seats, top and bottom. On this model, we went with the center console, front and rear. So we've got cup holders and phone storage, top and bottom. And then on the gauge cluster, just your regular standard 5 gauges, and then the rocker switch panel with the momentary start switch on it. We'll dive into more of the flashy big stuff right here. So this is a LS362. It was an LSX B15 that got hurt once, so it's been completely gone through, bored over. We're sitting about 408 cubic inches right now. So we went in, we threw a BTR stage 2 cam in there, paired it with twin precision mirror image 64, 66 turbos. These are the, the Gen 2 ceramic ball bearing turbos, so best that money can buy really there. These manifolds and everything to do with the intercooler line was made in-house. So we started with a bunch of small little pieces of 45 degree, 90 degree and straight pipe, and built it to this billet collector. And then everything is V-band together. So I can take that turbo setup apart in about 10 minutes flat, put it all back together. Super simple setup. We decided not to go with a flex line exhaust and a muffler. We did something pretty stylish, I guess, if you want to call it that. Just regular 3-inch down pipe with the teardrop tip on it, and then the matching wastegate dump right in front of it. And it looks really cool looking from underneath. Everything lines up. We're running a Century Drive counter rotator setup. This is the 252 and 378 gear ratio. And then we're spinning 2 Whirlwind 6-blade Excalibur props. We started out with 9, and we didn't really like the top end of the boat, so we shedded a couple blades, and now we're running 6 and 6. And so top speed on this thing, we've had it in the ballpark of 80 to 85, which is faster than I want to go, and is faster than I'm sure most people want to go. We did just the open style pancake cage. We didn't go with any wire or serrated bar or anything like that, but the way we did it, we can always go back and just add panels on there, and we can powder coat them black, red, whatever it may be. But this was just our choice of style at that point in time. Moving on back to the rudders, these are kind of one-off special. It took a lot to get here, but we're looking at 2-tone paint. The darker red is matched to the hubs here, and then the lighter red is just to add a little bit of spice to it. And then we overlaid the Chillin Killin graphics on top of that, and then everything is clear coated together to give it that nice shiny finish. And there's no edges, there's no peeling, no nothing like that. So focusing on the back of the boat here, we can see, if you point down there, we can see the structure of the tunnels. And so as we're increasing speed and we're getting on plane about 20 to 25 miles an hour, the entire boat will kind of break free from the water, and we'll start riding on these 3 lower sections. And then as our speed increases, and really once we get past the 50, 60 mile an hour mark, we're really riding on just this center tunnel here. And as we increase our speed past that boundary, our ride pad gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to create as much separation from this boat and the water to reduce friction and basically become a hovercraft at the end of the day. And then we've got just our simple trim tab setup. It's really nice to have once you're at higher speeds. You can put it all the way down, shut this thing down, and it almost acts like a little bit of a water brake. Or in some really rough, choppy water, it just helps dampen the ride to make it smoother and more comfortable. And so those, looking at the top deck, those 3 latch lids are to allow you hole access, drain plug access, and to get to the bilge pump. And then moving over more to this side, just to cover kind of what we got going on. That entire compartment under the engine removes, and that's where the fuel tank is housed. So in order to get to the fuel tank, all we have to do is take the cage off, unbolt the stand, everything lifts up at once, undo the hatch, and there you are to the fuel tank. In this box, easy access to the Aeromotive A1000. So that's given us, at idle, we're 46 PSI fuel pressure, and then boost referencing all the way up. And so we're running about 20 pounds of boost at all the way to the floor. So it gives us, 66, 68 pounds of fuel pressure, which it drinks it. That's pretty much the bulk of the boat. I know I've talked a lot about the tunnels and all that happens when it's performing. But as far as the look, the aesthetic, and what's going on with the boat, I think that's pretty much about it, besides the SeaDek, which is, as you can tell, that's a showstopper. So during brainstorming, when we were thinking about building this boat, we, of course, scoured the internet looking at a million different boats and all the things that people have done before. And we took what we knew, and we took information that, of course, we had seen in pictures and videos, and pieced everything together in a way that we felt that this would be a one-of-one showstopper, kind of doing a lot of different things that nobody else had seen before. And so far the reaction has been fantastic. So we had a guy come in the shop the other week and check the boat out, and he was thrilled. I mean, he said he's never seen anything like this, and that's exactly the reaction we were wanting from a boat like this. We want it to grab your attention going down the highway. We want it to grab your attention while it's going down the water. We want you to stop and look and be like, there's something different about this that I've never seen in another boat.